Evolving Male. So I've had this box since I've got back on vacation, and which was a couple weeks ago, but I haven't had a chance to do it yet. And inside this box is something that took me quite a few months to get. Let's see if I can pry open here. I haven't even looked at it, obviously, but I know what it looks like. So, very deep inside of a bunch of packing is a box of screws. But beyond that, hopefully, it's a piece of plastic. And inside this piece of plastic is a genuine Triumph smoke piece of plastic. You see that? That's a Triumph Flyscreen, and this Flyscreen is going to go right up in here, and this is going to be to divert some of the air up over my head. It's not too bad, but when I'm at like 70, 75, 80, it kind of gets, and it's, in the afternoon I'm awake, but in the mornings I'm on my way to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a lot on my neck, so I'm hoping that this takes some of that airflow and directs it up above, so at least it'll hit the top of my helmet and roll off. So right now I'm going to show you how we do this. It's my first time, maybe it's your first time. Let's check it out. Okay, so first thing you got to do is right up inside the Flyscreen, there's a bolt here and there's a bolt over on the other side. I've got this phone mount kind of in the way, but let's get a number 5 Allen, some sort of Allen. I'm using a T handle because it's just easy. We're going to pull this out. We don't want to lose the bolts, so we're going to keep the, we're going to put these bolts somewhere in this chair right there, and then we're going to do the other side, and you can already see it's loosening up in here. Okay, and then you got this plastic piece right in there, and this is that plastic guard that's in there, and this is going to come right out, so you get a little bit of a hole up in here. So we're going to take this, we're going to set this aside, make sure we don't scratch it up or anything like that. Then once we do that, inside here we have a couple more bolts, screws rather. There's some screws right in here, so we are going to first do the center one. The center one right up in here. I'm going to show you, let me take the camera and show you exactly. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there's one here, and you got one in here, and then you got one over on this side. So if you're looking at it, you got center over here and over here. So we're going to go ahead and off real quick. The center one off. That one off, take this corner one off right here. Get the center one off. And go ahead and take this one off right here. And now the last one is the right side. Put that in there. You want to hold on to your Flyscreen. The Flyscreen is getting wobbly, so you want to hold on to this. You don't want it to fall off, right? Now what's going to happen is this whole unit is going to come out. Okay, so we take this off. There's a little clip in here. There's a little clip right there. I'm just going to pinch this clip, pull the plug off, and this is the whole. So this is the whole inlet. So this is the air inlet. This is like a little, like a rubbery boot. Air kind of. If you look at the bike, right there. This is right in there. This is shoving air right inside. It goes up into the engine. This is your air intake. So I'm going to take this. It's all dirty. I'm going to wash it off real quick and I'll be right back. Okay guys, if you watched my channel before, you know that I always say, anytime you take something apart, you got a chance to clean underneath of it. Clean underneath of it. Clean behind it. Clean the stuff inside. I mean, why put dirty parts back together? So it's just senseless. Okay. And we'll do the same for that other piece that I took off earlier. Okay, but right now, we're gonna set this down. We're gonna go back to here, and there are directions in this thing. So we're gonna, there's some 3M surface cleaner. There's some kind of little plastic protection thing, and there are some bolts. There's 2 screws and little clips that are threaded. So these are like add a nut kind of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these directions off now that we got this part, because like that was easy to figure out. So direct. This is a warning. These aren't even directions. So no good. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the fly screen. So there's the fly screen. You see those two? You got 2 holes right here and here. Well, you've got 2 holes right there and there, and this is gonna clip in. They're gonna go holes to holes. See that? Holes to holes. They're gonna go right in there. And when it's in there, this is going to give the fly screen a proper deal. But the first thing we need to do is you take these little clips, and we're going to put these clips with the, so where the hell's the camera? So get the little clip. See, you get that little raised piece right there. It's so hard because everything's backwards. See that little raised piece? That's going to go on the back side. It's going to go facing down. Push that in, and so I believe, because there's no directions, these little plastic things right here were to protect the, I think that's to protect the paint on there. I don't know, but that's stupid, so we're not going to do it. We're just gonna push them in, because let's be honest, you can't see anything. It's plastic, it's not going to rust. Push those in. Second one. Okay. So there they are. They're in there. You can see they're both in there, and this is the same thing that was there and the same thing that was here. So we're just adding some more. So same exact thing that Triumph was using, and this is a genuine Triumph part. So we get that. Okay, then we're going to put the fly screen on. I'm just looking around. Okay, so I see. So when you put the fly screen on and you tighten it down, this raised edge right here on these sides, right here on this side where that side connects, you've got plastic. It's hard to see, but you've got plastic touching the painted plastic. So trying to figure out what these little protection pads are. So here's what we're going to do, because I think this is what the little protection pads. So we're going to open up our cleaner, which is just an alcohol towel. And I don't really understand this alcohol towel is like enormous. Look at this thing, it's huge. We're going to wipe these corner pieces right here off. Okay. I mean, there's literally no directions in this thing. No directions. That's it. So, looking at this, you put this on, and you can see. Let me see if you can see right in here. The plastic is rubbing. Right there, right in there, it's rubbing. So I'm just looking to see where it's rubbing. So this is so bizarre, honestly. I'm trying to put this whole thing back together so you get a good idea of how this is going to work. So when this goes, this goes in. It really makes no sense. Put this back on the bike. It's totally bizarre. It's like this thing really kind of mounts, it kind of sits far away right here. Okay, so what we're going to do, everything I do in my world has dog hair on it, because I have a few dogs, to say the least. Okay, so we're going to wipe this down again. I'm going to take these little, they're just clear, like 3M paint protector things. We're gonna just gonna put it right here because I can't think of any other place to go. See, that's right there, and I'm just gonna fold it over. And that's just to protect that lip. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Do the same thing here. Push it down. Okay. Now I'm going to get the pieces. I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. Just like that. Put this first screw in. I had the wrong ones. I had the wrong screws. I grabbed the. They are a slightly different size than the Triumph. The other screws. I was going to say the OEM ones, Triumph screws, but these are both Triumph screws. And it's just difficult getting it started. It keeps wanting to fall out. Nothing works for me. I'm gonna try to roll it in there. I think what it is just a little bit of residual like paint on there from when they painted those clips. So I took that off. Okay, now we're gonna put it on. And it's all just angle. So we're just tightening that screw up right there. Just had a hard time getting that angle. I get the first one started. Let me get the second one started before we get it tight. Okay, so now T-handle's kind of in the way. I'm sort of hitting it, rolling it around, but one up. So I'm going to make it snug. Snug. Okay, now coming back to here, you can see right in there where those clips were. And I don't know what to deal with that. It's just to keep it pushed away. But I had that little 3M tape, and it's sitting on top of it. So that's it. That's what the Okay, so it's the next day, and I posted this video, and one person looked at it pretty quickly and remarked that I had done this wrong. And this is why I've got this gap, because I'm apparently an idiot. So we'll take it off real quick. We're gonna fix it, put it back on. I'll show you how to do it right. We're gonna interject it right in the middle of this video. We're gonna repost it, and we'll be done. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got the screws out. I'm pulling this back off now. Where I went wrong is I just put this. I just went ahead and I put this right on top. I just set it down on top, and when I did, this is not able to. Let's see if I can get in there. This is not able to seat correctly. See that? That's how it's sitting there. So you had this gap. See that gap right in there? So what I need to do is I need to take these little. Let's see if I can show you. Drop the thing. These little things right here, like little hooks, and I need to fit it underneath this lip. So I'm just gonna take this. It's hard to show you. I'm just gonna take this, and we're gonna tuck it and roll it. Tuck it. Tuck it and roll. Dismiss it again. It's a bizarre fit. I'll get there. So you just got to kind of push it. You got to tuck it underneath there, and you got to kind of push it and hold it. And then get in here, and you can see those feet are kind of hitting. Just sort of. Just need to kind of bend the plastic up a little bit. Just doesn't want to really go. Trying. This is why I didn't like doing this, because it doesn't want to work. So you got the one, so it's tucked in nice and tight. Now I don't have that gap that I had. It's tucked in nice and almost flush. And I've got one of those tucked in, and the other, if you can see, is hitting. So what I have to do is you have to get in here and just carefully pry it up, push it on top. Now, it went easier on this one. This one was tough, and it seems very counterintuitive, because I'm literally having to kind of bend these ears both up to get on top of that. But definitely, it's definitely what you got to do. And then, once you get that in on top of there, you can go ahead and put your screws back in. And even then, the screws are kind of, the holes are kind of misaligned. You're going to have to, I'm going to use this to kind of align it. It's weird, the holes, I'm trying to line these up because the holes aren't aligning up. So I got that in there. got it in there, but it's kind of crooked. You can see it's kind of crooked, maybe. So I'm just going to kind of push it in there and sort of try to align it as I tighten it. There, I got that one. Now the other side, a little worse. I don't know if you can see in there. You see the hole, the black thing's too high up and the hole's down low, so if I take the smaller Allen wrench, I can sort of guide it. I can kind of bend it back and guide it, but it doesn't want to. It's not fantastic. It's not like that big warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you're trying to put something together and it doesn't fit right. So it's plastic, so you just got to be cool with it. So can't get it, so I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to put my knife right in this little hole right there. And that I'm going to pry this. Can you see the plastic? I'm going to pry the plastic over a little bit. And at the same time, I'm going to put the screw in there. With 2 hands on camera. I really need 3 hands. So I'm prying it in. Prying it over, and I'm starting to screw. And this is completely ridiculous. I think I got it started. So the whole thing was I just had to kind of tuck it, but it really gives you that feeling that you're bending plastic, and so I tried not to do that. Still not wanting to start. So I'm trying to just be gentle with it so I don't break something. Damn. So I got it. So there you go. I just gotta, like, as I'm tightening it, it's shoving the plastic out of the way, and I'm trying not to do that because it's forcing the plastic to kind of bend back here. So you got one piece of plastic going into another piece of plastic, and shocking they don't line up perfect. So now that we got that on there, you can see that it looks nice and clear. See, nice and okay. So now we're going to hook up the wire to the airflow sensor. So the airflow sensor is hooked up. I'm going to take you around. I'm going to take you off real quick. So we got just hanging by that. So we got the airflow sensor hooked up. We're going to stick the snorkel back into the hole, and we're just going to push it back in the way it came off, and it's no big deal. And then put the bolts back on. center one in there right now. So I'm going to put some grease on the center one, and then we'll put them on. Plastic piece back on. We got the 2 black screws, the last ones to go, and we got to fit these two little. We got to fit these two little things down in those holes and so there you go. This video turned out to be longer because I was actually showing you how not to do it wrong. But you can see where I don't have this. There is a, I mean, there's a gap. Oh man, there's a gap all the way around. That's just the way it is. It's not touching. But before there was this huge gap and it was separated because underneath here, underneath right there, instead of being, let me see if I can see this. So instead of, I had it. So this piece right here, instead of being tucked underneath the gray piece, it was sitting on top, and I was like, well, and it was just because when I put it together, it didn't go together right. I had to do all that prying and maneuvering. But you can see, this is how it is. Looks good. I think it really finishes the bike off. Just it gives it a really good finish to the look, right? From the front, really gives it a good look. Now we are going to, let's come back this side. Good look. Okay. Anyway, so now we're going to take it on a ride, and actually already filmed that ride because, like I said, this video was done. Thanks. I forgot your name. I had it written down and I left it at work, but the guy that responded, the only person that looked at my video in 30 minutes, the guy that responded, please re-respond because I really appreciate you hooking a brother up, because that would have been a really big mistake. Showing everybody how to do it and I got it wrong. It's not the first time that's happened. It's not the second time that's happened, but I do try to fix stuff and show that I did it right eventually. So anyway, keep watching. Here's the part where I take it for a ride. So. Okay, so cruising down the highway, giving this, or not the highway, I'm in a neighborhood right now, giving this thing a little test about how the wind resistance is on my head. I'm going to get going here fast in a second. So far, so good. Yeah, so it definitely feels better. That was up to 60. It definitely feels, I don't even feel the wind, to be honest. Right over my head. Yeah, much better. It's 70. That's 80 miles an hour. I don't feel wind. I don't feel it at all. That's an improvement. That's a huge improvement. So up to 80 miles an hour, I'd say remarkable difference there. Turn around. So, yep, that makes a difference. I will say it's worth it. It's worth the $60 for that fly screen. I think it's I definitely think it's a keeper. I think that's it, guys. Definitely it's working out pretty good. It feels better. I don't feel the wind. I didn't feel, it wasn't like killer before, but I feel like nothing now. So I think for me it works. I guess it just depends a little bit on your height and stuff. I'm about 5'10", 5'10 and a quarter or something. I used to be a little bit taller. I'm getting older and shrinking. So it is better now.
with this windscreen on there. So that's it, guys. As always, I like to say thanks, and thanks for checking me out. Please continue to watch the videos. There's some Jeep videos on there as well, and of course the motorcycle videos. And please hit like and subscribe down below, and leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think I do right or wrong, or just any questions you might have. Please stop by and see my other videos. And as always, guys, peace out.